Hello and welcome back to a brand new FIFA 17 video. Today, once again, we are back on the Weekend League. It's been a little while since I've posted the next kind of chapter in our Weekend League progress. I didn't manage to qualify for the next Weekend League, which would have been running this week. I think it's already ended by now, but either way, I didn't qualify, so, it's quite thankful I didn't manage to complete this series as quickly as I kind of hoped, because I can kind of span it over a little bit longer. So, I don't really mind. Hopefully you don't mind as well. But either way, we start off the first game today with straight at kickoff as well. You kind of passed the ball to me. I'm not totally sure what happened, but I believe we kind of steal back inception. We do with Conte. Pass off to Anthony Martial to Suarez. The little back heel was just... Did you see that? It was incredible. Then to Gamero, then back to Suarez and just puts it in the back of the net to make it 1-0 for our first goal in the, I believe it's 21-30 we got today. His goalkeeper, that goal, I love that goal so much because his goalkeeper made a mistake. He just passed it off straight to my player, as you can see. And I think it was to Conte, to Gamero, to Suarez, to Gamero. The pass movement was so precise and perfect. It was just, it was great. But either way, into the second, well actually the second part of the first half really, we get Gareth Bale, pass it off to Luis Suarez, who puts it in to make it 3-0 in our first game today. Which is incredible. Yeah, that goal is just insane. So what comes next is a little bit of a surprise because he pauses the game 29th minute and just pieces the scene. He quits. So first game is a 3-0 victory. Luis Suarez getting a 9.6 rating, Gamero 9.4. Our whole team played so well. Again, like I say, the passing was just so precise, was so accurate. We totally dominated. But as you can see, Silver 3, 8 wins. I believe we've got about 10. We've got one more to go till Silver 2, I believe it is. And we start off this game in the 13th minute. Look at that. Flick over the defender and just taps it in to the back of the net. It's so good. That was so good. That was incredible. I'm not totally sure how it worked, but I'll take it. This was stupid. 22nd minute, about 9 minutes onwards, we push forwards again. He just slides us down in the box from behind, gets a yellow card. Questionable. Could have been a red. We get a penalty, and we put it straight down the middle. He saves it. I mean, who stays down the middle? I don't understand. I do not understand. But either way, moving onwards, we do push through with Gamero. A bit later on, at the end of the first half, he saves it. A really good save by Ruffier, I do believe. Get a corner, and it swings it in to Gareth Bale, who just plonks it into the back of the net. It wasn't the most powerful of headers, so I'm not totally sure how he didn't manage to save it, but it went in, so you can't complain. Luis Suarez with the ball, just a little bit of dribbling. He goes straight past the defender, sells in one way, goes the opposite way, puts it in the back of the net to make it 3-0. You might be expecting a bit of deja vu in the second game. Not quite as such. Either way, back to Suarez from Conte. Conte to Suarez to Conte to Suarez, and then goal. It was just perfect. The passing was so on point. It was so good. But this is where he has enough. He says, "Nah, I'm out. I've had enough." I'm not really sure what that slide tackle was about. It was pathetic, but either way, that's where he calls it a day. He quits the game for a second rage quit in a row. People rage quitting in the Weekend League is... I mean, look at that. 9.5 for Conte and Varane. Suarez 9.4, 9.3 for Gareth Bale. 7.8 for Gamero. Toni Kroos 8.0. The whole team played incredible. But rage quits in the Weekend League you would think would be non-existent because you've only got 40 games, and admittedly it's quite a lot, but you wouldn't want to waste one of those games rage quitting or just quitting a game that you could possibly come back to. I think I've shown in my kind of series of this mini series Weekend League thing, that team is incredible as well. Imbolo wants to watch. He's got the inform what is it, Hernandez? I don't know. Chicharito, I don't know. Anyway, either way, yeah, so I don't know, I just don't really understand why people would quit, to be honest, because I'm not the greatest at that goal. That goal from Luis Gustavo, just insane. Yeah, so it's a lot of games to play, 40, but why would you? I don't know. Because what I was saying before I forgot was that I'm not the greatest player in the world, and I've managed to come back from 2-0 deficits, 3-0 deficits. You know, it's not impossible. So people just give up a little bit too easy, I think, is the answer. Either way, on to the third game, I do believe. Look at that goal. Look at that. I didn't even have control of Suarez. I had control of Martial, I think it was, from behind. Just insane. Gamero with a good shot, good save by Diego Alves. Another corner could be dangerous. Get a head on it. And quite unlucky, really. Very good save to reaction save to save the ball. Either way, pick it up, back up with, was it Danny Rose? Don't know who that was. Pass it off to Suarez and he scores the goal again. Can you believe it? A nutmeg. That nutmeg was so dirty. It was incredible. Good goal. So 2-1. Haven't really got much time left, and unfortunately, that is where the second game is going to end. Did we actually win that game? I can't. I've put it down as a 2-1 victory for me. Did we lose? Wait, I'm just waiting to see. So 9.3 for Suarez, 9.1 for Gamero. So we got 2 goals. Yes, we win 2-1. I thought I lost that game, which is insane. Either way, third game in a row victory. One thing I saw somebody post on Twitter a while ago. We are into Silver 2 as well. If I haven't mentioned it, very close. 2 wins off Silver 1. First things first. I did mention in the last episode that a lot of people run with the Koscielny, Barzagli, Bonucci kind of strong links with Buffon. This team was a prime example. It's just, you know, having those perfect links, and then you can kind of build the rest of the team how you want. So we had kind of BPL, then the Serie A with the perfect links of Chiellini and Bonucci, I think it was, with Buffon in goal. Good goal by Suarez to make it 2-1. But as I was saying, so I saw somebody post on Twitter that kind of summed up the weekend league for me perfectly, was that you either go on winning streaks or losing streaks. There's nothing really in between. And that was so perfect because usually I win, as I've won 3 games now, and I probably won't win a game, lose a game, win a game. It'll be lose, 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 win, 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 that kind of stuff. It's really strange how that works. I'm not totally sure if that's the game kind of... I have no idea how he didn't save that. If that's the game kind of forcing that, I don't know how they would, because a lot of people do say scripting and such. I don't really believe in that kind of crap. But yeah, so whatever it is, whatever the mentality is behind it, I don't know. Anyway, this is the 4th game today. Gamero breaks on through, and oh, it's Suarez actually. I do stand corrected, and he somehow puts that past Buffon to make it 5-2. And look at that goal. Look at that goal. It's the game of the CMs, I do believe. With you saw Matic's goal earlier, which was an absolute banger. Toni Kroos does the same. Shows he can do just as good. Very reminiscent of the Euros. I wanted to put this in. Gareth Bale steps up, bangs it, and it goes, you know, miles away. Either way, that's where the game ends. 5-3. It was a bit of a lost cause. Again, I could have quit at 5-1, I think it was, or whatever it was, but I persisted on, and I almost came back. If I had a little bit more time, I could have probably, you know, clutched a bit more of a victory, because the person in the second half, when he got to the end stage of the game, he was more sliding in. He was very rash with his challenges. So if I got him like a player sent off, he could have, or I could have come back and possibly drawn level or possibly won the game. It was difficult because, of course, everybody's pretty good in the weekend league. But yeah, I don't believe in quitting a game, because you can always come back. You never know what's going to happen if you quit. So that's kind of my mentality behind it. Either way, we do go a goal down behind quite early, which is unfortunate. 4 minutes into the game, we go a goal down. This game is really just stealing possession, kind of giving it back, losing it to the opponent, him giving it back to me, him scoring more goals with Sturridge, I think it was. It's just, Sturridge is so difficult. Sturridge or Aubameyang, those type of really fast, very good strikers are so hard to deal with in the weekend league. But, you know, prime example, again, we had possession, then we lost it quite stupidly. Not totally sure why I kept that clip in there, but good goal by Mandzukic, I think it was. Very good goal. It's just, I mean, Gareth Bale is too good. Gareth Bale is far, far too good. I mean, I don't buy players. I think I've explained this in a different video, but I don't buy players on my pack pooled account to keep them. I bought Gareth Bale because I wanted somebody good who could kind of make an impact on the weekend league and kind of change the game. He did just that, and unfortunately, not enough. Not enough, apparently, because we lose 4-1, and that was it. Pretty much it. So, you know, again, we won the first 3 games, lost the second 2. Not really much I could do. But either way, 6th game today, we go 1-0 ahead, which was, you know, quite early on, which is quite surprising. It usually takes quite a while to kind of get going, but that header off from Martial onto Luis Suarez, just no chance at all. He is incredible. He played so well, Luis Suarez did, and it's just, I mean, what can you do? What can you do about that? Luis Gustavo getting the goal. I'm not totally sure what happened there. I've watched it back a few times and I still can't really understand it. But either way, doesn't really matter, because only a few minutes later do we go 2-1 ahead with Luis Suarez getting the second goal today. Pass off to Gamera, and that vital pass, I don't know what the word is or the words to use, but that one vital pass back to Luis Suarez was incredible and so well placed. Bit unlucky. I've no idea how he didn't stop this. 3-1. Luis Suarez gets another goal, but how on earth did he not save it? Because he kind of slid to take the shot, and that's just really unfortunate. That is just, I can see those type of goals so often, and it's so frustrating because there's nothing you can do about it. We tackle the ball and it just bounces back to his player. But either way, there is the 6th game. We do get another victory, which I'm very, very happy about. Pushing forwards in the silver tier. Hopefully we can kind of push on to silver 1 and then possibly see if we've got any more chance to make it to gold 3. I think it starts. Yeah, gold 3. If we can make it into gold, I'd be so happy. But you'll have to wait and see to see if we do or not. One more win, I do believe, is required to get us into the next silver tier. The game starts off in the 97th minute with Luis Suarez getting the first goal in the game. The entire game was so difficult to kind of play. It was defensive. I wouldn't say it was defensive like he'd park the bus, but he was just really good at defending, holding me out, and I was kind of doing the same. I was just holding him out, not letting him through. We didn't really have many chances in the game at all, if we can take a look. So 6-4, 7-4 I think it was to me, and there we are. So silver 1 has been reached. It feels good. Feels good. So on to the 8th game. This was tough. I mean, it's probably quite expected. He had Dybala, Cuadrado, those really just difficult players. I don't know how he got the ball back there, but Petr makes a good save and just is not enough, unfortunately. Oscar puts it in the back of the net to make it 1-0 to him. Pushes down the wing with Hazard, who is just he caused me so many problems. And then he goes and scores a goal to make it 2-0, which makes it even more difficult. Sells me out with a fake shot and then just puts it in to make it 3-0 with Dybala. Dybala is the worst. It is just the worst to play against. But there you go. That's where the game ends. We didn't play poorly. I mean, our ratings aren't great, as you can see. But the team still played quite well. Just we couldn't really get any chances. We had 6 shots, 4 on target, less possession, of course. But he just dominated the game and ran away with it. So next game today, the 9th one, you can see he's got legend. Who is that? Inzaghi? No, Zola. There you go. Gianfranco Zola, I think it is. I don't know how I forgot that. Either way, goes into the box. You can see. I'm sure it went out. That goal, I was so jealous because I really want a legend. I really want to try a legend. Of course, I'll have to try and pack one or buy one if I want to do that. But that goal is insane. The dribbling in the box, he just knew exactly what he was doing. He so perfect. It's just so utterly perfect. Good little stop and turn and dribbling by Luis Suarez. Toni Kroos, I think it is, who breaks through with an excellent pass from Suarez, it could have been. Straight to Toni Kroos, who slots it in the back of the net to put it past Buffon. Again, like I've mentioned before, a lot of people do run with Buffon in goal, Barzagli, Chiellini. He could have easily have shot with Zola, but he passed it across to Ben Yedder, was his second striker, who was offside quite luckily, and I was very, very happy because I felt that I could actually do stuff in the game. He didn't feel that great defending wise. He was really good attacking, but yeah, he didn't feel that great. He gives away a penalty, and this time I thought, you know, I've missed so many. I've got to score a penalty for the video to make it look like I'm somewhat good at penalties, and I do just that. So, you know, I think from that penalty, it kind of shows I'm getting better. Penalty is a load of rubbish. I'm not. I'm rubbish. Yeah. So, I mean, what can you say? I've just scored a penalty. He breaks on through from the kickoff, and then scores a goal. They always say you're the most vulnerable after you've scored. Who is that as well? No idea. Was it Williams? Could have been. We move into the extra time. Good little bit of passing in the actual box in the area, and then just puts it in the back of the net again to make it 3-2. We were so close. So utterly close. I did as much as possible. I tried so hard to win. Of course, I play out of my skin in every single game. I put all of 110%, which is impossible. I put all of my effort into the game to try and come out with a victory. But the weekend league is difficult. We had 12 shots, 6 on target. He had 15 to 10, 54% possession to 46. Again, we didn't play bad. Just we didn't score a lot of our chances, and he kind of dominated the game a little bit. So what can you do? So we do end that game 3-2. I'm not really sure why this is going on for so long. It's just top quality editing. There we go. So finally, not sure what I was doing, but yeah, we're still in Silver 1. We're on the cusp of gold at this moment in time. We've still got 10 games to play, so I'm hopeful we can breach into the gold tier and get some of those rewards, because gold from silver compared is incredibly different. I'm not sure exactly what the rewards were for Silver 1, but you got like a mega pack, like a jumbo rare gold players pack or something, and you got around about 30,000 coins or thereabouts. I think it goes up to, that was a good goal, it goes up to about 50 to 70,000 in gold. So you can kind of see the difference, and it is so worthwhile trying to push onwards to get gold. I wanted to show this clip because you can see the effort in the passing. We were doing so well just to pass through his team, and eventually we get an opening and break through with Gamero, who was insane for our team. He was so good. I only put him in the team because I wanted a French link to Loic Remy and a French link to Conte in the midfield, and I needed a French player, and he was the one I chose. I could have chosen like anybody, like Payet, could have put him off Kem in the centre of midfield, but I chose Gamero, and he turned out to be an excellent choice because, of course, then he linked up to Suarez, because, of course, I didn't plan on having Suarez in the team straight away, so it all kind of worked out. It was all, you know, fate and all that kind of crap. But either way, I think Varane got the man of the match. Very unlucky not to, you know, really do much in that game. We lose 2-1 rather, and it was kind of a close game. Of course, he was the better opponent in the game, so he deserved the victory. But in every game, I feel like I can actually do stuff, and I'm just so disappointed when I lose because I feel like I can actually win the games, but it wasn't to be. But if we can kind of skip forwards, if my past self can please just hurry up, just press A. I'm just sending into the past vibes to press A. He's not going to. Alright, so I believe that was the last game today, is it? Yeah, so that was the last game today. We'll skip forwards a little bit to see where we are. I think we didn't win any of in the last games, in the last few kind of sector. So what are we? Yeah, we're still in Silver 1. We got 20,000 coins currently with one Jumbo Premium pack, whatever it is, and one Mega pack as well. Not, not bad rewards by any stretch of the imagination, because of course I didn't really pay anything to get into the weekend league, so all of these rewards are free and just earned. I didn't pay anything like in the draft. I didn't pay coins to enter the weekend league. I just earned my way in, and all these rewards are just free bonuses essentially. So that is incredible. Of course, quite unlucky not to get any more wins than 5. We do get 5 wins, 5 losses. That's really how my kind of weekend league has gone. Has been 5 wins, 5 losses, or 6 losses, 4 wins, maybe 6 wins, 4 losses. It's always been that kind of 40, 60, 50, 50 ratio, which is really frustrating because I want to get more wins. I want to kind of push onwards. But either way, the last thing to do today, as always, is to take a look at our weekend league record book, which you can see is looking even better the 3rd time around. So the player of the weekend league today, the best player was Gamero for me, getting about 3 man of the matches, I do believe. Varane coming with 3. We had Conte, I think, as well, with 2 man of the matches out of 10 games, which is not too bad, to be fair. It's not bad at all. But this card is so good. I've picked up his inform, and I've yet to try it. I'm so excited to give it a go, because of course it's got a lot better stats than this one. Either way, we played 30 games, got ourselves 66 goals, 14 wins and 16 losses. I look at that record and, of course from the goals scored, but we played 13 games and I've almost won half of them, which for me is incredible because I don't rate myself as being very good. So to get nearly half wins out of 30 games, if I can get near 20 wins out of 40, I'll be so happy. Of course, that'll mean we'll be in gold 3, I do believe it will be, and that'll be insanely good. So, I'm really happy. I didn't expect to do any kind of good. I didn't expect to do good in the weekend league, and we got 14 wins. I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of how I've done so far, at least. We'll see how we do in the last episode, but if it ends in Silver 1, I'll be more than happy, and I'll give myself a pat on the back. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Hopefully you're still enjoying the weekend league. If you've qualified, hopefully you're doing well, or still enjoying it at least. If you're losing, hopefully you're still enjoying it, and you're probably not, to be fair. I wouldn't be. But yeah, so hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time.